I just wanted, can you hear me? Now everyone's got to be very, very quiet for story time. Okay? Shh. And it might help you close your eyes, and you imagine you're very far away in the benighted kingdom of Condem. And in the benighted kingdom of Condem there lived an evil puppet called Grayling. He lived in as many as two properties.
Thank you.
No, a lovely detached property in the leafy shire of Not Sorry at all. And very possibly a secret flat in the hamlet of Pimlico, which was rumoured to have ripped off within its walls a sickly decorator with overdue invoices stuffed in his pocket. Grayling used to practice his evil puppetry in the kingdom's television industry, which was far better for everyone, because it didn't matter if he went around making things up as he went along and writing new ideas down on the back of the kingdom's fag packets. But when the leaders of Condem got frightened by the rise of the marsh-dwelling mouth-breathers of Kip, Grayling was given a whole department of government to run, which set about making peasants, especially young peasants, work for nothing, which Grayling thought was a jolly welcome return to the days of feudal serfs, which had not been seen in the kingdom for hundreds and hundreds of years. Now, is everyone still listening? Do you get coming a little bit? Come on, everybody, a little bit closer. Julian, John, stop tweeting. Come. I'll take it away from you. I've done it before. Now, everybody, having ruined a great many things in the department of free or underemployment, and having upset millions of people, which was possibly the point of the appointment, Grayling was put in charge of looking after the courts and prisons of the kingdom and making sure that the peasants could enforce rights and take cases to court if something had gone wrong. But Grayling didn't much like the idea of peasants' rights, especially if the peasants were born in other lands. And so he decided to do all he could to abolish them. He walked around saying to all who would listen, if I make the laws, I can jolly well break them. And break them he did, as many as a round baker's dozen, 4 times in 2 years. A record of law breaking by a minister never before seen in the kingdom.
We need to convict him. Bring prosecutions against him.
Everybody. As he became more and more unpopular, he decided to make friends with kings and princes in far-off countries, which liked to flog people and chop their heads off. He thought that it was jolly tedious and he was not allowed to do the same to prisoners in the kingdom, so he decided to ban their books instead. And to stick a total 2 fingers up to the kingdom's history of civil liberties, he changed the feasting day for the celebration of the kingdom's pretend Bill of Rights, an ancient document which, let's face it, is actually, when you bother to read it, quite sexist and quite anti-Semitic, which had been delivered to the capital city 800 years before in a carriage pulled by a very large beast called Magnum Cart Horse. Grayling invited some of the friends he'd made in the faraway chopping off heads land to a party to celebrate the deeds of Magnum Cart Horse, where they glad-handed with their other friends who'd been exporting burning pitch and cannonballs to their chopping off heads kingdoms. But the party was rather embarrassing for Grayling, as not enough of his rich friends wanted to pay to go to his jamboree for the fake anniversary, and a bunch of oiks, including the firefighters of the kingdom, made a great fuss outside and mocked the rich people inside. How very annoying, but possibly the group of peasants Grayling despised the most, apart from prisoners, human rights defenders, constitutional law experts, asylum seekers and refugees, probation officers, NGOs and charities was the poor, starving but defiant band of criminal solicitors who, despite being ambushed in a dastardly plot by Grayling and the rich leadership of the barristers, continued to fight him in the kingdom's courts and the kingdom's press and on the kingdom's streets. Although they would not be rewarded with recorderships and jobs on the kingdom's commissions of inquiry, the solicitors and their supporters fought the evil puppet until what they hoped and prayed would be his last days in office before he went off to some well-paid directorship in the Securitat or Penal Industrial Complex. Or should the very worst happen until he became Home Secretary of the kingdom? If the fat princeling Cameroon was toppled by the May Witch or the properly evil Baron Bojo. And so, nearly the end now everybody, the valiant criminal solicitors with their friends from civil law, the good bar, the unions, the NGOs, charities, law students, experts and interpreters and ordinary hard-working citizens of the kingdom and lazy ones and non-citizens, came together to bid farewell to the evil puppet Grayling, hoping for kinder, better days if the kingdom chose Sadiq Can-Do and here the pod Stammers as the new protectors of the kingdom's justice. Bye-bye, Grayling, and hurrah for us all.